All right, so what you do is you get anybody in your house that can solve your puzzle. Because of COVID, I can't have you guys going out further, and write down how much time it took them, like how many minutes. But cap it at 15 minutes. Let's say Grandma never solved it. Okay, well then 15 minutes. Okay. Um, Not that Grandma can't solve it. It was morning time and she's a little slower in the morning. And then now we got to convert them to seconds. This is pretty easy. We're going to put equal sign, and then we're going to say uh, B2. You see how it colors B2? This is B. This is 2, so B2. That's that cell. And I'm going to put times. That's a little asterisk right there. And 60. So timesing it by 60 will convert it into seconds, right? Because that's how many minutes, and there's 60 seconds per minute, so we just times it by 60. Then you can just drag down right here, and they're all converted for you. Look how fun that was. If you want to see how I did that again, I solved it, right? So if we click here, you can see the equation right here. And it says B2 times 60, correct? Now click on that cell, and there's a little square right there in the corner, the bottom right corner, and it turns to a plus sign when you touch it. Just grab it, like click it with your mouse, and drag. And there we go. It solves all of them. Now we need to convert these to a mean. So that's an average, right? An average. And I think on this particular software, I think you have to put equals and then AV average, not weighted, just a regular average. There it is. Average, numerical average of a data set. Click it. And then there's a parenthesis. See that? You can see it up here too. And it wants to know the average of what. So click this and just drag over all of it actually. So just click and drag. Or you could say C2 colon C8, because this is C and this is C2 all the way to colon C8. That means colon means all of them in between. And it's probably good practice to close the parenthesis right there like I just did, and then push enter. And this is your average amount of time in seconds. So I'll just put seconds after it. And and I had to put this in a separate one. I can't put it in the same box. Okay, that's just the way it is. And then I'm going to find the standard deviation. And I'm going to put it right here. So I'm going to put it in this box, a different box, right here. And to do that, we're going to put equals ST, and then it says standardized. No. Standard STDEV. That's what you need to put. STDEV. Standard deviation. You can just put ST and then click on it if you can find that. And I want the standard deviation of those right there. And just push enter. And that's the standard deviation. Okay? Now, the smaller that number, the more consistent everybody was, I guess. That's just the more consistent they were. So in other words, like if everybody solved it in exactly 320 seconds, everybody, then your standard deviation would be 0, because there's no deviation from the mean. Remember, the mean is this, right? 450. So if everybody solved it in 450, the mean would be 450, and the standard deviation would be 0. There is no deviation from the mean. But there is some standard deviation. The mean is 450, right around where the sister was. But the grandma, took a long time. Mom solved it really fast. There's a lot of variation here. So the standard deviation was kind of big, okay? And we kind of talked about that before, but that's just what it is as a reminder, okay? So turn this in if you want to make it look pretty. That would be nice. For example, you can highlight it all and go over here and click borders and click this and make it look nice and neat. You can go over here and click those borders too, and then you can go over here and maybe bold those because those are the top and stuff like that. So if you want to border this stuff, you can as well. It always looks nice, right? So that's pretty much it. And then you're going to turn this sheet into me.